Okay. Welcome to RecruitNation Sports Coaching Roundtable. It's our first annual coaching roundtable. On tonight's guest is Coach Carl Nesmith. He's the owner of the North Florida Elite 7-on-7, and he is also the brand new minted co-defensive coordinator and defensive backs coach and trainer at Middleburg High School. So, Coach Nesmith, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing awesome, man. Feeling blessed, man.
We're blessed to have you on the show, Coach. We're very excited about having you on tonight. We just wanted to, learn a lot about, about the North Florida Elite 7-on-7, what you guys do, what you guys have to offer for a student athlete, and just the framework of your program and what you're trying to do, and a little bit of your background and what you're doing at the school you're at right now. So, Coach, let's just start with your background.
Man, I'm right here from Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida, man. Born and raised, man. And just a guy who, came from a single, household, me with four other siblings, man. And we always found our love and passion to getting in sports, man. It all started with my grandmother, God bless her, Betty Sledge, man. She got us into, playing at the Boys and Girls Club, and we kind of fell in love with the game, man, and playing basketball and baseball, anything. We just got so competitive, and we was able to watch older people who was able to come out of that same area and make it to school, and that was kind of like the dreams and aspiration of what we wanted to do, and kind of like that's what we set our mind to set up and do, man, and that's what we did.
Okay. So let's get into your playing career. We'll talk about that. So you said you told me before in a pre-interview that you played in college and NFL for a little while and the CFL. So let's just get the whole quick rundown of your entire playing career from high school to the professional level.
Well, I went down the path of I went to Paxton High School first for my first 3 years of school, man, and it was an awesome experience for me going there and getting the opportunity to play young. I was coached by the late great Ellis McSwain, man. Rest in peace, Coach McSwain. He put the keys in my hand early, man, to be a leader even when I wasn't ready. So I was a quarterback in the 9th grade, and by the 10th grade, I got the keys to the Porsche, man. And it was an awesome experience for me, man. He gave me the confidence to make me feel like I can do anything, man. And that for the first time, I learned how to work hard and work on my working out and getting in the weight room and different stuff like that. He just always challenged me, man, and that kind of stuck with me. And finished there, and I had to go to my senior year, and Paxton turned into a college preparatory school, and we didn't have a varsity football team. So I chose the great William M. Raines, man. Played under Freddie Stevens, a legendary coach, man, in Jacksonville, Florida, man. Came behind a lot of great guys that played, and I just felt comfortable playing there, and just built some bonds with some guys. To this day, we're still great friends. So just playing there gave me a boost of more of a confidence that I can do some things. Didn't get the grades together right, so I went the junior college route and ended up going to El Dorado, Kansas, man, to Butler Community College, which was the best thing that happened to me, man. I just be honest with you. I had to grow up, man. 2 stoplights in the Walmart, but it was awesome because it was some great people I met, man. They were very welcoming, man. I had some great people that took care of me. Miss Susie, man, those were great people. They were like my other parents. And it helped me grow up playing under Coach Shebas. Now he's at Virginia Tech. Playing some great coaches, man. Steve Bratt, he's still there. Just a lot of guys that was awesome to me to help me grow up as a man and see that football can take me some places, and it did. It gave me a lot of opportunities, man, and I just thank God for those guys and all the people that I ran across in my life playing the game of football, man.
So it's awesome. So let's talk about your college career. So you played at like you said, you told us you played at Raines High School, and Raines High
Yeah,
School is known for putting out some outstanding players. Like you told me
absolutely.
before, Lito Shepherd, Brian Dawkins,
Yeah.
and the like and stuff. Guys like the like. So where'd you play at in college? Your college
Um,
career.
after coming out of Butler, and playing in the state of Kansas, man, we won a national JUCO championship, man. I had the opportunity to kind of figure out what I was gonna do. I was already in the state, playing in JUCO, so I went on ahead and stayed in the state of Kansas and went to the University of Kansas.
Nice.
Um, the reason was because they did something that I never really heard of, but I kind of came up with as far as like giving me an opportunity to play multiple positions to see which was the best position for me. So I
Okay.
signed as an athlete,
Nice.
which was good because I had done switch positions from quarterback to wide receiver to kick returner, and they wanted me to play some safety. And man, it was crazy. I was upset. I didn't know what was going to happen, but the fact that I had a lot of opportunities was good with me. I was like, okay, I got to do something. I got a ball at one position, and the first position was free safety, man, and it just became natural. I just played a lot off of instincts. I made a lot of mistakes, but I made a lot of plays because I played a lot off instincts. And it just gave me the confidence to try to learn how to be a better player mentally and try to understand the game. And that's kind of like what I started chasing after I figured out that I know I can play big time ball. So, played solid there. Defensive newcomer, Big 12 newcomer of the year. Made some All American publications. Man, just did a lot of great things that I didn't even really think that I can do, man. So after that, I went on ahead and signed a free agent contract with the Buffalo Bills, and had my opportunity to play some ball, man. And it was a dream come true for me. I was excited about it. It was a great opportunity, experience. Ended up not making it, getting cut, but it was just good for me to do that and experience all that kind of stuff. And just I kept picking up playing ball, played in the CFL and some arena ball. And here I am. I got into coaching, man, and my passion.
Nice. So, real,
Yeah,
so very briefly, just tell us your experience, like at the NFL level. So it's like, a lot of the kids, a lot of the high school players, a lot of the college players, for many of them, probably about 100% of them, the ultimate goal is to play in the NFL. But like, just can you tell us the experience? Is it more? Is it all like a business, or is it like, is there any family aspect of it? Like, can you just elaborate on that for us?
man, you know what the NFL stand for, man? Not for
I'm- yeah,
not for long, man. Listen, man. I mean, everything is business, man, and that's fine, But if you don't have your mind right to handle business, you won't be in there long. But man, I met some great guys. I learned some good things, and it kind of helped me be a good coach because of being around the different things and learning different schemes and trying to learn it and learn it on the fly and try to understand how to attack and what you're supposed to be doing. It really gave me the opportunity to just get better, man, and get around some good people, man, and I just took the experience as a lesson learned, man, and that's what it was. I'll never forget it, and it was my dream, to make it to the NFL and get that opportunity to play on that grass. And a lot of people can't say that, and I can finally say that out of my mouth because I always felt like I should have done more. You know what I mean? But it's all good, and it was a great experience and a great opportunity for me.
but like, you can always say like you're one of the few. Like, it's just elite to even be able to make it to the point where you have a chance to get on a team. That's something,
Absolutely.
that I tell kids that, a lot of kids that are playing right now won't even touch the Division 1 level. So to be
Right.
able to touch the Division 1 level to play, to start, to be successful, to win an award, and to have an opportunity to play at the next level is literally elite. That is literally an elite, because out of the millions of people we have playing football, what I'm saying, only a few thousand get to play in the NFL. So if it's for a day, week, month, year, decade, or whatever, or so, like, it's elite to even get to that level.
I agree. I agree.
Can you tell me what CFL team you played for, and what Arena League team you played for too?
I played for the Toronto Argonauts, man.
The Argos.
Yeah, the Argos, man, right there in Toronto, man. It was that was an awesome experience, man. Living there, man. Very good. It was a good city. It was more American made, but it also they loved Americans over there, and I see why a lot of people go over there and stay, man. It's a good lifestyle. It's a little different, but it's easy to adjust over there, and it was a great experience, man.
Yeah, I would figure. Yeah, but I would figure. A lot of people I know that went up there, they have pretty good experience. There's a guy that I that actually coached at one of our showcases. His name is Anthony Chiaffi. He's actually playing with one of the CFL teams up there. I think he got signed to the new team, the Ottawa Red Blacks. Shout out to Ant Chiaffi. Good luck to you up there. But yeah, like, a lot of guys have pretty good experiences up there. And from what I've watched, it's pretty good football up there. It's a lot of good opportunities for guys to continue their careers and continue their professional careers and stuff like that.
Absolutely. And you young guys out there, if you're watching, man, hey, if you got the opportunity to stay over there and make good money, man, and stack up them years over there, man, don't try to jump so fast and try to get in the league, man. Make your money, be smart, man. And when it's the right opportunity, you will know. You'll know.
Yeah. So let's get into your 7-on-7 program. I'm very interested in this. So like, I've seen the explosion of 7-on-7, in America right now. We've seen this over the past year or two. It's gone from, like, primarily a high school thing to, like, to kind of like an AAU for football now. So, like, the growth has been exponential in the last, probably year and a half. So can you tell us about your program, the goals of your program, and just who you guys play, and about the North Florida Elite 7-on-7?
Man, it's a program that's we stay grinding, man. That's our motto. That's how we do it, man. We got two groups of young men, a 15U and an 18U group of guys, and we just don't practice and throw the ball around. We grind, we work, we train, and then that's one of the extra facets that I add to what I do with my 7-on-7. Besides just practice, man, we train. We try to get better for whatever program, high school program you at. You should be better, where you at, and once you get there for the spring after you leave 7-on-7 season. You're going to get a lot of reps. You're going to get coached up. We're not just throwing deep balls. We're learning how to read coverages. We're learning how to backpedal and drive. We're learning the difference between zones and man turns, and just learning the game of football and learning how to talk with that vocabulary. Those are the things that we do. We like wins and we don't like the losses, but what we want to do is get guys to get better and help their programs, help their high school programs.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So how many kids do you have in your 7-on-7 program right now? You said you have a 15U and an 18U.
Between those two, we probably got about 35 kids. We got a great young quarterback out of Baker County, Noah Ray. He's a gunslinger, great size, grades out the roof, man. Just an athlete. We got the kid Nick Jones out of Reebok High School. That's a quarterback. He's with us. We got a young kid, Cameron Garcia, that's going to be that's at Middleburg High School. We got some guys that's just working and just trying to get better so they can help once they get ready for spring and get ready for this season, man. So we got some guys ready to go. Cornelius Cooks, one of our top defensive backs, track star kid, looking to sign right now, man. Got the grades, got the test scores. We got a lot of kids, man. We just doing awesome things with our program and just trying to build the younger kids up and get them ready too, man. That's what we do. We go on college tours, man. We explain to the guys how can you get qualified. We understand and we teach them and we guide them, and that's how we do it, man. It's not just me. My brother Jaron Nesmith, he with Back to Basics. He grind with what he's doing with personal training and different things that he does. And we all, we just come together and we grind, man. And that's our motto. We've been in the city doing it for a long time. And I think that we're getting our respect, but I think we want to continue to get better and continue to, work on our brand.
Nice. So let's talk about before we get into your new position, let's just talk about the state of Jacksonville football right now. Jacksonville area football, Duval County football right now.
Yeah,
that's what we hear about. So just give me a little, because I'm an outsider, me being from New Jersey and all, we take pride in our football up north, but it's not comparable to what's going on down in Florida, because you guys can play all year and stuff like that. So just tell me, give me the educate me. If I'm an insider of Duval County, tell me about Duval County football right now.
I'm gonna tell you this. I won't go name for name with saying with the kids, but what I will say this for sure: the different programs that you have to visit. And that you can go to, and you're gonna get certified dogs. William and Rains being one of them. They got a young program, but those guys are hungry. They always putting guys out of, and putting them in college. You got the St. John County teams with Bartram Trail, which keep athletes out there, and they're trying to get their respect. You got the Creek Sides. You got a lot of different teams. It all depends on what type of player you want. We got so many different players and that we can bring to the table in different positions. Like if you want a good tackle, we got that. We got a lot of them. If you want, we got speed. We got speed.
Yeah.
We got that. So like we got everything you need, and it's like you can just come down here and like pick out the litter, and you just go to certain programs and they keep dogs. They keep top dogs. The school that I'm going to now, Middleburg High School, is in Clay County, man. Clay County plays some good football. We got our head coach, Ryan Wolf, man. He's the head dog. He brings me in. We coming off from Fleming Island High School, man, with Ben Treywick. Man, we bringing it to him, man, and we trying to upgrade this program. What we're doing in Middleburg, some awesome things, man. We got an awesome principal and Mr. Aptup. Man, he's giving us a backing, and we're just trying to turn some things around in the program, man. It's just been awesome for us and what we've been doing so far. Like, we so excited about what's going on with the program, man. Like, go Broncos, man. I'm trying to tell you, make sure you look out.
I know. Hey, Coach Roy, how you doing? We got you up in here. Sorry, we got a little late. Real quick, Coach, you can introduce yourself real fast, so we can get you in here.
Yes, sir. Ronnie Mason, founder of TSD, here in Jacksonville, originally from Durham, North Carolina. Appreciate you for having me, man. What's up there, Carl? Man, I just see you on Saturday, man. How you doing there, player?
Right. Yeah, man. He was at my 7-on-7 tournament, man. What's up, man?
All right. So look, we coming all together. We coming all together right now. So Coach Nesmith, he was telling me about the Jacksonville area football, man. He was telling me about about how y'all got some dogs down here, because for me, being an outsider from Jersey, the only school I knew about in the Jacksonville area was Sefner. And the only reason I knew about Sefner was because Florida State always tried to get guys out of there. They would always go to Florida. They would always go to Florida. They would never go to Florida State, man, at all. We just used to get First Coast guys. That's it.
Yeah. Nah, man.
Hey, listen, hey, man, I can honestly attest to that. You know, when me being from North Carolina, you know, I actually had a couple teammates. We had 10 D1 signees my senior year, 2 that went to Florida and 2 went to UVA. But on the same sentence, bro, I just realized the difference here is like you can literally play football all year round. You can't beat that.
Yeah,
you just think about the development. You just think about the development in New Jersey and North Carolina when it's winning. They ain't going outside of no tights to go run around in February.
Listen,
you ain't getting me outside of no tights in February to go play football nowhere. You hear me?
Listen, we had a showcase. We had a showcase in December. On it was December the 9th, I think, and it was like 30-something degrees, and them kids still came out. Them kids still came out and balled out in the cold. But like, you know, in Jersey, we just know that, like, you know, you got to get out there and you got to put on 2 layers of Under Armour or something like that. And
right.
But I'm saying they've been doing this in Florida forever, so you know what I'm saying. It's just like. It's the weather is a great advantage. You think about Florida, Texas, and California. They typically have decent weather all year round, except for this year with Texas. But other than that, they can go all year, and they get a chance to be developed. So, like, you think about the stuff that sophomores in high school are just now learning, you know, in North Carolina, bro. By the time and then with all the trainers that you have here, like myself, Carl, his brother, back to basics, you know what I'm saying? Like, the development of the game is so far advanced. So when they get to college, they already got all the skills. Now, do they got the playbook? Do they got the knowledge? Not a lot of them, but some of them do.
You know what? And that's crazy that I'm seeing that is because, like, you know, like I'm going to some of these camps. Like, you know, we had an All-American game, and you know, we had a couple of kids from Florida. We had a lot of kids from Alabama, and like the way they picked up stuff so fast. Like we only had like a couple of days for them to pick the offense up and the defense up, and they picked that stuff up. They was just like, oh, some of them guys was like, oh, this is stuff we was doing at school, so you don't need to really get into it. Just tell us what we need to do.
That's it.
You can do that, man. You can do that, man. Awesome, man. That's the advancement now, man, because I'm looking at these kids, man, and it's just like how they picking it up. And, you know, like even kids in like 8th grade and 7th grade, like, you know, like, you got kids committing to high schools now in 8th grade. You like man, like these kids, like they know all the terminology. It's like they could pick up a book or a headset and start going out there and call the plays, which is good and bad to a degree.
Right.
You know.
That's right.
But let's finish up with you, Coach Nesmith, real quick, and then we can talk to Coach Rowe about what he's doing. So, you know, let's talk about, you know, like Middleburg High School and what you're doing out there, you know, at Middleburg.
Man, again, man, like I said, we got like a good staff out there now, man, and we just trying to build from the ground up, which is, you know, my motivation of why I wanted to come out and help and be a part of something special. Coming from a solid program at Fleming Island, learning some things from some great coaches, man, and just learning the game, it just gave me more confidence to try to, you know, when it's my opportunity that I'll be able to get over and put my own twist on it and help build a defense. And now with me and Coach Ben Treywick, man, we're putting our heads together and we put some things together special for the kids. The kids already bought into it. The kids are working hard, man. In the weight room, we got upgrades and different things that'll help the program, man. And the most important thing is the kids are buying into it. And that's most important. That's most important. So that's what we're doing out there, getting bigger, faster, stronger, getting reps, learning the defense, learning the offense, building confidence, and getting ready for Keystone Heights, man. That's our spring game.
That spring game. What day is that? What's the date for the spring game?
Oh man, don't make me lie to you, man. I know it's I'll definitely give you that information.
Yeah.
Trust
Hey,
me,
just
man.
say pending due to COVID.
Pending, man.
It's all right.
But we just building the culture, man. We're building an awesome culture, man. We're getting ourselves together, man. We want to look good, man. We got about 4 or 5 uniforms, man, and man, I'm saying our coach is gonna be clean, our kids gonna be clean. You know what I'm saying? Like Middleburg is the spot, man. Middleburg is the spot, man. I'm just letting you know, man.
Put it out there, coach. Put it out there.
Yes, sir.
Man.
I love it. Yes, sir.
All right, so real quick, the last question I'm gonna ask you real quick before we get in, we ask Coach Rowe a couple of questions. So what is because I know you're a defensive guy, defensive coordinator, D-backs coach. Give me the profile of a Coach Nesmith D-back or a Coach Nesmith defensive player. Like what's the type of profile? What do you look for in a Coach Nesmith D-back defensive player?
I look for feet, I look for hips, and I look for eyes, and I look to try to figure out what kind of IQ the player has.
Okay.
Those are my main things.
So feet, hips, and IQ. So be able to turn, twist, get there, and know what you're doing when you get there, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And it gotta look easy. If it look like it's too hard, man, I already know you ain't got no hips. You got to go start to stretch. You got to work on your stretching. You know what I'm saying? You got to get you a yoga mat, man. You know what I'm saying?
You want them? Got to get up with Coach Rowe real quick and get.
And I know Coach get them right, man. Coach get them right now. I'm trying to tell you now. He crying.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me, man. I feel you on that one. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir, Coach.
All right, so Coach Rowe, let's get into you. Let's get in. You know, we learned about Coach Nesmith's background and his program and stuff like that. So let's talk about your program real quick and what you doing.
I mean, honestly, so like I got a defensive lineman that's training to go to the combine. Well, he training for his pro day since they're not doing the combine this year. And you know, with 3 years of training him, like I don't take credit for none of that. I just take credit to how he thinks on the field. Like I was always a technician. Like when it came to football, I was a technician. I thought about what you was doing, why you was calling this cadence, and how I'm gonna react to what you're gonna do the next time when you call it again. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I just believe in being a playmaker. So when it comes to training, I just want to teach you how to make plays. I mean, making you fast is cool, but like teaching you how to get there is another thing. But the thing is cutting the angles down. If you can change the way you run it flat, let's turn this to a 45 degree. I think about it that way. And that's the way that I train. Right, and then when it comes to like that, and then when it comes to the athlete, I just believe in developing athletes, man. If you can use your body strength, you can use your core, you got good hips, fluid hips. Like, bro, you can do anything on the football field, especially if you're strong. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't care if you look like Tarzan, play like Jane. Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying like I don't really care about the look like Tarzan, play like Jane. I want you to look like a beast and be a beast. You know what I'm saying? So.
You know, I'm getting so many good quotes today, man. Y'all better start trademarking these bad boys. So nobody picking them up, man. If I was coaching, man, I'd be using that all day, man. Look like Tarzan.
Well, you know the thing, bro. That was the first thing. My first year. Go ahead.
What'd you say, Coach?
Trying to get to a good spot. Like,
yeah.
Now I was saying like my first year playing football was in 10th grade. Okay. And like with me playing in 10th grade and getting all the way to the point where I had a tryout with the New York Giants, like it's really just knowing how to process the game. Like I said, I was a thinker. I still am. I'm a creator and a thinker. So if I can create a play and I can make a play, that's all I cared about, man. Like it's one thing to look like Tarzan. My coach, he told me that my sophomore year, he said, you look like Tarzan but play like Jane. And he put me at safety. And then I ended up getting a scholarship at defensive end. So who's soft now? Or you know what I'm saying? So I can carry my own.
Hey,
I was just new to it. You know what I'm saying?
some people take that as a slight, and some people drink that up as motivation, man. So it's all about how you react to that, man. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna go in. So let's get into your background. And so, like, where did you play high school and college at, man? And
I played at Southern Durham High School, in Durham, North Carolina. I started off at Duke, and once Ted Roof got fired, I transferred to Coastal Carolina.
Okay.
I played at Ring for 3 years. I actually only played 5 games in Canada, and then I had a tryout with the New York Giants in 2013. And after that, I was done chasing it. The scout literally called me and said it wasn't me. They had just signed John Beeson, and then they had a couple young puppies from LSU, I think, coming in. So it was just one of them things where I was like, cool, it ain't me. So that's all I needed to hear,
Like I told Coach Nesmith, man, just getting there, man, is elite, man. Like, just getting there is elite, man. Because y'all achieve things that me and my friends and people that I know never got the chance to do. So you could at least say, man, like, listen, man, I went there, I put on the uniform, I had a chance to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I had a chance to be up there. So that's nothing to sneeze at, man. You know what I'm saying? Because some people didn't even get a chance to get the interview. You know what I'm saying? Right. You had a chance to interview, and the fact that they considered you even for the job is a testament to your skill level. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't used to want to hear none of that, man. I ain't gonna lie to you on that one. Now I'm used to the point where I take that as a W.
You know what?
I guess, like, bro, you want to get in this fantasy football thing? I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I'm good. I just started watching everything probably like 3 years ago.
You know what's crazy? I'm probably a little older than you guys, so like I can understand. Like, the older you get, the more you just realize that some of your losses is actually victories, and you just you know what? Let me just take dollars, and that, like, even though I lost, I got a chance to play. You know what I'm saying? I might make it, but I got a chance to play. I was telling my cousin the same thing. My cousin, he played with Florida State. He had a tryout with the Jets and the Lions. He got cut on like the last cuts. And I was like, hey, man, like, shit, you got there. You had a cup of tea there, but some people don't even get offered the cup. So
right.
They be begging for it. So, listen, man, that's something you could always say at the barbershop. People be like, man, I did this. Like, man, I played in the league for a little bit. I tell you, I mean, the realest thing that a lot of you football players got to learn, and that's honestly the next phase of what I do, is just like getting them to understand what you're capable of after going through that process. Like, an athlete is a very dangerous person, bro. The NCAA knows it. Corporate America knows it. You know what I'm saying? The police force know it. The Army know it. They know that person is so capable of being anything because you literally go through an institution, you learn, you implement, and now you're educated, and now it's up to you to go out here and do. And that's the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, playing football, it gives you discipline. You tougher than the average Joe, and you bout that life because you got to strap on every Friday. And if they don't understand that, like, I think that's the message for guys like myself and Coach Nesmith to pass off, because they don't understand that. Life after football is real too. It's a black phase you're going to go through. No, you're right about that. I tell people all the time, I was like, only certain people can play football. Like, everybody can't play football. It's not a sport that everybody can pick up and play because I say, and I hate to say it, but I always tell people you got to be kind of half crazy to play football, only because you're running at high speed and slamming your body into somebody else bigger than you or at equal strength at high speed.
Nah, we just call that about that life. You got to be about that life. That's all. You ain't crazy. You just about that life.
I did that on regular, man. I did that on the regular.
Man, you do.
Oh yeah, being a safety, yeah, safety's always got to. Everybody, tight ends, O-line, blitz.
I'm
Man.
I'm headhunting everything that moves.
But hey, Carl, let's get this. Hey, you ain't the average size safety either.
Well, I came out when the big safeties was it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like 6'3", 215.
Taylor Mays.
See, like, wait a minute.
You remember Big Gibson played for the Oakland Raiders?
Yep.
Big Derrick Gibson.
So,
Donovan Darius was big as hell too.
Coach,
You're right.
I
think Taylor Mays might have been the last big safety.
So, Coach, let me ask you a question real quick. At the time, Coach Nesmith, how big were you at your playing weight? Like when you was playing?
I was 6'3", 215.
See, I ain't trying to get hit by that all day.
I'm looking for something to knock loose.
Yeah, see, I ain't trying. That's back then when you could hit hard.
Yeah, man. Now I ain't got number one plate left.
Yeah, I ain't trying to deal with that, man, all day. If I'm on the field, I'm looking out for this guy all day. Like, where is he at?
Yeah,
like, I'm at the edge. I'm putting my hand out. He's right there. Hey, Coach Rowe, how big were you when you was playing?
I graduated high school 6'3", 235, and I graduated college I was like 265.
See, I ain't trying to mess with either one.
And my walking around weight now is 265. So yeah,
I ain't trying to mess with either one of y'all, man. Because like it's funny, man. When you go down to Florida, I see my cousins in Florida, and everybody's big. Everybody's big. All my cousins big. Even my littlest cousins, they just still bigger than the average human down there. I'm just like, damn, they like, yeah, you all right?
It's something in the water, man. Listen, it's something in the water, man. I'm telling you.
There's mutants down there, man. Like,
Yeah.
soaking up some good air. I don't know. It tastes good.
Guess what?
What do you say on the next Friday? Taste the air. Tastes good.
Oh man, it's crazy down there, man. A lot of them live down in what is it? I forget, Fort Myers, something like that. And they be down there. They be taking my little nieces on gator hunts. I'm like, what are y'all doing? It's like we about to go into the swamp real quick, looking for them. I'm like, you got to go.
Like, you got to go to the muck, man. You got to go to the muck. Them boys be chasing rabbits, man.
And I'm gonna leave that.
See, you said football players are a little bit crazy. The ones that doing that is a little bit crazy.
Yeah, that way them fat. I'm telling you, man. You go down to the Bell Glades down there where Fred Taylor them from, man.
Yeah.
Them boys be chasing rabbits, man, through everything, through the woods and all kind of stuff.
I chase rabbits, but he said a crocodile and alligators. They ain't messing with that. That's crazy.
I'm
gonna leave that wildlife alone, man. Like, what I'm saying? I'm up here in Jersey. I'm gonna leave. The wildest thing we might see up here is made in terms of wildlife is a squirrel or a dog or something like. Florida, you got them look out for the alligator signs. But
you better look out for them. You sure know better.
So, Coach, in terms of your training and stuff like that, we're going to get back into the training aspect. So, when you train, you said you're training like training D linemen, right? Not O linemen?
I train, I do a lot of front seven stuff because on the back end of my career, I did get a chance to play linebacker.
Okay.
And so I do a lot of front seven. I do skill stuff too because in high school, like a lot of people in Jacksonville don't know me. So I don't have a resume down here, but I played wide receiver and quarterback and I played defensive end. So as far as knowing the game, I just had natural athletic God-given abilities to play and catch the football. Granted, I wear size 4X gloves, but it made life easier to grip a football and to catch a football. But as a defensive end, I just happened to get a scholarship at that.
Well, you know how it is now. It's measurables now. It's measurable, and it's measurable.
Yeah, but that 40, man, they put too much pressure on that 40. That 40, that one I couldn't do. I could do everything else, but that 40, I wasn't fast.
Man, I don't even want to talk about that 40. I
hate the 40, bro. It's like, just imagine a kid going through high school, 4.0 GPA, and he can't do good enough on the SAT. What? That sounds crazy. Yeah. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. And now he can't go to college. That's crazy. So the same thing, bro. It's a weird, that's a touchy subject. But that's what I believed in, man. The training, like when I first started, I did only position training. And then I started going to see some of the wide receivers. I know they can run good routes, I know they can catch, but they weren't fast enough to get open. So then I started paying attention to the speed and agility. And then I go and see some of my defensive linemen. And I'm like, man, like, why is he not getting on the field? And I can see him get on the field and he getting baptized by offensive linemen. So I realized he wasn't strong or explosive enough. So then I got into the strength and conditioning. And that's when I focused on getting my strength and conditioning certification so I can go ahead and start training athletes and make sure I'm hitting the whole aspect. Like my receivers, I want you to be just as explosive as a defensive lineman. But my defensive lineman, I want your feet just to be as good as a receiver, because really and truly, the better your feet are in the trenches, bro, you won't fall as much, or you'll have better balance, or your abilities to be higher. So I just believe in creating a complete athlete. And then when they get into that position and that specific training, then we hit a whole bunch of different, I guess, tools and what I call it arsenal. We add into your arsenal.
Okay. So, when you're training them, what are you focusing on for, like, D linemen and linebackers, like, in terms of, like, just maximizing their potential? Like, what are you focusing on? Like, what are some main things that, normally help all those guys?
So like you said, in Florida, a lot of these cats, they're big, you know what I'm saying? They got size. And my thing is, you can't go through everybody. Somebody may be stronger than you. And honestly, when you go to a high level and you start going against double teams, you realize both of them weigh 300 and there's no way I can push through 600. So I'm going to go through 150. So I started teaching them advantages, and then I started getting them to use their hands. And the better you use your hands, the less time you wasting to dealing with this dude, just like in a boxing match. This is a fight. So if you don't know how to use your hands in this fight, you're going to lose it. So linebackers, defensive line, like, you got to know how to use your hands. You got to know how to get off blocks. That's what I really care about.
Okay. Yeah, because like I said, it is all about hands now and hand placement. And everybody doesn't know, like, when they watch football games, you just see people running by or running past. They don't know the little intricacies of, like, with hand placement and, how leverage is a really big thing, and, get off and all that. And the same thing, Coach Nesmith, with your D-backs, it's like, the proper steps, like, proper steps, your alignment, just knowing, and, just processing information. Like, everybody thinks that football is all physical, but really, like, 70 to 80% of it is just processing information. Because you cannot be that fast, but if you can process information quickly, you can get to the desired area quicker. Just by reading blitzes or reading alignment or reading coverage or looking at certain things, you can put yourself in a better position. And what I'm learning from coaches when I'm doing these interviews is a lot of coaches now are stressing communication over everything. They're just like communication, talking, talking on the field, and just knowing where to be at. Even more than athleticism, because athleticism is great, but if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know where you're supposed to be at, it doesn't really matter. You run a 4-4, but you on the other side of the field and stuff like that, it doesn't matter how fast the guy is if he's wide open because you blew your assignment. So
yeah. It goes back to what you said about processing information. A lot of people think about it's a size thing when it comes to D2, D3, and D1. It's really not. That's part of it, and it helps with your intangibles. But as far as, like, being a D1 thinker, you got to think about it. It's harder to get in those colleges for a reason. And if you can get into those colleges, now that means you can process and make more plays. Will give you more stats, and then you look more like a D1 player. It's not all about some D3 guys, they the most athletic guys ever. But I tell you what, their GPA was crap, and really truly the coach will tell them one thing and they do something totally different. So that's why a lot of it does come down to processing. That's why I believe in technician, man, because you know how to figure out something. You know how to fix this. You know how to work around this and make it still work. That's part of the name for TSD, and that's just finding a solution. the solution dynamic is for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So
listen, I totally run with that. And I try to impart to these kids that, like, when you get to play at the highest levels, especially like, you guys are both D1 athletes, I'm sure you'll agree with me that it's not a game when you get there. It is not a game when you get there. Like, I've seen coaches really tell kids, if you do this wrong again, you will never step foot in the field again. Like, I'm talking about, like, it's like I've seen kids, even at the JUCO level. I took a kid to Lackawanna. The coach told me, Coach Duda at Lackawanna, he said that I will kick a kid off the team for missing breakfast. Like if you don't go to breakfast,
that JUCO life is the life, man. I'm tell you that right now, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I wish I knew more about the JUCO life when I was coming out, because I probably would have sat out there 1 year, but I didn't know about it.
Listen, I'm glad I went to a good junior college, a good JUCO, but man, everybody not built for that, man. I done seen guys leaving in the middle of the night, getting on the Greyhound, man, driving 20 hours back home.
Yeah, I see that. Hey, look, that's how I felt in the arena, bro. It was the same thing. Guys thinking they were gonna come out here, it was gonna be love. Now ain't no friends after the first game, bro.
Well,
bro, ain't no friends. I gotta get this spot so I can get up out of here, bro.
One of my guys, my normal co-host, he used to coach at Globe Tech up in New York, and even up there at Globe Tech, the first thing the coach would say, Coach Chadwick would say, is that, yo, it's a grind, dog. Like, it's and he's saying it to their face, like, do you understand what you're gonna have to do? Like, I'm talking about in terms of eating, in terms of training, in terms of everything. Like, it's literally like being on your own. It's not like regular college where you have things, people in place take care of you and guys like that. A lot of the stuff, man, like, you got to do on your own, man. Ain't nobody there to hold your hand. So,
no, you're right.
So that's what I try to impart to these people, these young kids, is that, like, this college isn't a game. And, like, these scholarships are not 4-year scholarships. They are 4-year scholarships, but they are 4-year, year-to-year renewable scholarships. So
yeah, they changed that. Yeah, it's a lot different. I mean, colleges was wasting so much money on guys back in the day, man. Like, I used to see it all the time at Coast. I'm like, bro, what the freak what was they thinking? Like, maybe on film he looked impressive. Maybe they was looking for a certain type of hybrid. But I'm sitting here like, bro, what are they thinking? Like, this guy ain't it, man. But so now you stuck with that 4-year bill. And you like, man, we need something better right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing. So they had to. They was wasting money, bro.
But now you seeing that now. You seeing, like, guys come in, after a couple of years. Like, I'll tell you who's good for that. Like, Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher, they good for that. They just be like, like, it's been 2 years. It ain't working out. So,
Clemson doing the same thing right now. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Clemson been doing the same thing this year. Like,
a five-star just left yesterday.
So, yeah, because they told him, nah, bro, you ain't just getting a job. You better go out here and beat this young boy, and he won't about that life. Yeah. It's just like Carson Wentz. I mean, I don't know if y'all, like, just think about this, bro. To me, like, all right, I had an up and down season. I got hurt. Somebody came in. He was fresh. He took my job. I want to leave. What? No, nigga, I'm going to work in the offseason. I'm going to come back and I'm going to take my job back. What is you saying? Would you want to leave? I don't like it. That mentality is soft to me. I don't like it, bro.
Yeah, but that's
the game done changed, man. The game done got soft, man.
Man, I can't say that. I would be the most penalized defensive lineman. I used to use my hands right off the line of scrimmage. Like, in arena football, I literally used to hit the center right in the middle of his nose just so I can get that quick blink, and I would try to make my next move. Like, no lie. I would have hands to the face every play. I swear to God. So I'm glad. I'm kind of glad.
You're not gonna get a lot of that old school. Slamming
quarterbacks over my shoulder. I used to love that feeling, like picking them up and slam. That's a roughing the passer now. What? I want this nigga out the game. I want him out the game. I don't want him here no more.
You can't do that. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore, man.
$10,000.
You can't be crazy. You can't do it no more, man. You do it too hard. You hit somebody too hard, or you do something
that's
wrong. Like you can't.
That's why 7-on-7 so popular now, man. Because that's basically how the game getting like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Football.
As a DB, how hard is it to cover somebody nowadays? Like just covering them. How hard?
You gotta work on your skills a bit. I mean, it's hard, man, because there's so many different rules and different things in the way now that when you covering, you can't do certain things. You can't grab too much. You can't get too physical. You know what I mean? You can't bump out the 5 yards. It's just too much. You know what I mean? It's
just think
too much.
about this.
So you got to work on your tool belt, and you got to have, you got to have things to work on. Yeah, you won't survive if you don't have no good tool belt, man. With all your stuff in there to be able to, counter and be able to do what you got to do as a defensive back to survive, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, you just think about this. Like, I don't think the Odell Beckham catch ever happens if we can still split wide receivers in half when they go up for a football. You know how many one-handed catches have happened in the last 10 years because you can't split them in half no more? Hearing footsteps, you can't even hear footsteps no more because it's blocked by the referee's whistle. Like, I ain't worried about it. I'm going to go here. I'm going to send all of this. And you think Sean Taylor going to let you have that catch? No. Ray Lewis gonna let you have it? No,
we're missing old school football, man. But like I said, the game is evolving. So, like, if you're a good defensive back right now, like even if you're an average defensive back, you are an elite technician now because like you have to. Because you got a whole bunch of 6'4" and 6'5" guys that's running like deer around. Like even look at defensive linemen now. Defensive lineman, 6'4", 6'5". You look at J.J. Watts and Joey Bosa's and now you got Chandler Jones. Now you got J.J. Watt and like today's news, you got J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones in the same squad now. So I'm like, oh my Lord, like if they both stay healthy, they're going to be a problem. But you got these athletic freaks now, man. Man, like where are they? They growing these kids. They
coming out of Jacksonville, man. They coming out of Jacksonville.
Exactly. Hey, we the plug. I ain't gonna lie. Jacksonville's the plug. We're the plug. Jacksonville, every college listening. I mean, my thing is, bro, age don't matter. Passion does. So if that kid at 9 years old cares about playing football and want to get better at defensive line, guess what? He come on over here. And by the time he get to high school,
let me ask y'all a question. Now, in Florida, they use area codes, right? So, I know that, Dade County is 305. I know that's 305. Because you'll see people arguing like on the message boards for Florida, FSU, and Miami, and they'll be like, oh man, that's a 305 boy playing, or that's a something we're playing. So what's Jacksonville's area code then? What they do?
Listen, let me speak on that guy.
He got something.
We know the area code, but really when you know Duval, you got to haul out that Duval. You know what I mean? Like Duval. I'm telling you, man. But the 904 represent, and like I said, man, we got to get down here to these different high schools, the Revolts, the Andrew Jacksons. Who else around here, man? The St. John County schools with the Bartrams. The Bowles High Schools, the traditional schools, William M. Raines, man, what else I can keep going? Baker Counties.
Bro, we got 18 high schools down here, bro. We got 18 high schools within 20 miles, bro.
Listen, so Yulee is Jacksonville? That's
man. That's 904. Bernardina, West Nassau, man, Baker County. Man, and then you take it to Clay County. You got Middleburg, you got Fleming Island, you got Clay, man, Ridgeview. You got some Ridgeview.
See, I want to get down there for some games, man, because I love football, man. It's a passion of mine. I love it. I coached it. I've won championships in it. Like I won Pop Warner and high school championships in it. I love football. I love it.
You gotta come down, man, and you gotta check out.
I want to come down and experience. I want to come down. I want to come down and experience some Florida for some Florida Friday Night Lights. That's what I want to. I want to come down
and check out our youth football organizations, man. Our young kids, our 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids. We got these organizations, Duval Jags. You got the MOT Cowboys. Man, you got these different organizations, Sweetwater.
Listen,
I'm
gonna tell you.
We got a lot going on.
I'll tell y'all a quick story real quick. This was back in 2001 when I first started coaching. I was coaching Pop Warner, and we went down to the Pop Warner National Championships, and we beat a team from Yuma, Arizona, and we had to play a team from Florida, and it was the Coral Reef Broncos. I'll never forget them, Coral Reef Broncos. I asked the one kid, most of my kids play Ironman football, right? Yeah. I asked the kid, what do you play? He said, linebacker. I said, you don't play nothing else? He's like, I just play linebacker. I said, man, let me find out what this team's all about. Mind you, this is junior peewees. Peewee. So these kids are like 11 and 12 years old or whatever. I go out to the field at the Disney's Wild World Sports Complex, and I see this little Spanish kid. He is kicking 30, 35-yard field goals with no problem. I said, I went back to the other coaches. I said, I think we in trouble. And then I was like, they got a legit field goal kick. And I'm talking about like he's making them with no problem. And I'm looking at it like, we got to come here and see this. I ain't even see the rest of the team. I just seen him. I was like, he's kicking field goals for 35 yards out at like 11.
At Pop Warner level, boy, that's trouble, boy. That's trouble if you kick field goal, boy. I was always confident. I never wanted to say we was gonna lose, but I was like, man, we might lose. I was like, we might lose.
Yeah, man. Look, I love the fact that you said you love football, man. Like, I wear this on my neck because it changed my life and my perspective, bro. Yeah. Like, I know who saved my life, but this right here changed my life because it just gave me an outlet. It gave me an opportunity to showcase talents, and then at the same sense, bro, it gave me a chance, an opportunity to change my situation where I was at. I mean, even going to Duke, I didn't want to go to Duke because it was in Durham, North Carolina, and honestly, for 3 years in a row, from like 2002 to 2005, bro, Durham, North Carolina was like the worst city in America as far as gang violence, bro. Okay. And so like I was like, yo, I gotta get out of here, and I cannot stay. Somebody offered me a gray shirt. I think it was Virginia Tech. I was like, nope, I can't trust it. I gotta get up out of here right now. So you know what I'm saying? Like I just realized, bro, like football, it just changed a lot of guys' like perspective. It'll give you a different. I mean, honestly, just having a father around is like that's your coach is that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that, you got guys you can lean on. You got guys that got your back, like your father or your dad. You got guys that can help you when you need it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really, it's a lot bigger than the sport to me. It really is a life changer. If you follow it, if you abide by it, you trust it, and you love it. Like you gotta love it, bro. Because like you said, everybody can't do this jump. Yeah, everybody about that life.
everybody can't play the game, but like like I'm trying to with our showcase series that we're having, we're just trying to bring our brand down to the Southeast because the Southeast man cares about football, and me and my travels doing an All-American game, doing our showcase, I find out how much the Southeast really cares about football. I'm talking about I'm in Alabama and we're doing an All-American game, and I go to the Waffle House and I have my dream All-American hoodie on, and the women are coming up to me and asking me, so where y'all playing at this weekend? The husbands are coming second, and they're like, baby, we got to go to the game. And I'm up here like, wow, like, up north, you got women that care about football, but not to that level when they asking you, like, what time is the game? Because we want to show up and be on time. And, like, just out there playing and just, like, the vibe for football in South in the southern states is crazy, man. Like, it's like it's just like, the atmosphere and just like, growing up, I would have loved to play football down south, man, because it's just like all the traditions and all like the pageantry and all the fun stuff, man. Like, like I'll never forget one of my kids played at Tennessee and he invited me down there and we went on the ball walk and, just going on the ball walk and seeing all these people just pointing and staring and just hooting and hollering and all that stuff, man. It's incredible, man. It's just an incredible feeling down there, man. And it's lucky that you guys got to experience that pageantry and that stuff on on the levels that you played at. And then like I like how you two are trying to help the youth reach those levels and reach their dreams and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of our youth, primarily a lot of our young African American youth, need the role models like you guys to like basically, just to guide them and give them great examples and saying, hey man, like, you don't have to do this. You can be doing this, keep your mind in this. And then you can have your own business. You can Coach Rowe, you got your own successful business. Coach Nesmith, you have your own successful business. And you guys, both coached and you guys played at the highest level. So, a lot of kids, when we were growing up, didn't have those type of role models. We didn't have those type of role models to say, hey, man, let's get out on this field and, run through some drills instead of, go to do something else. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
That's a testament to what you guys are doing. And I really appreciate you guys for being down there doing it. And, that's the kind of things we're trying to do with our showcases too. We're just trying to give these kids opportunities to be seen and, and to, be out there because how it is. I graduated high school in 1998. I went in 94 to 98 and, putting my highlight tapes in and all that stuff, man. I had to, use VHS and I had to hold my coach, talk to somebody. I'm like, first of all, you didn't have Twitter, you didn't have Facebook, you couldn't talk to
YouTube.
You didn't even know half of the teams that played football, in a league. Like, I mean, like in any of the leagues. So a lot of the teams in D3, a lot of the teams in D2 you didn't know. A lot of teams in D1 you didn't even know. You was like, if you would have told me I could have went to a school like, let's say, North Dakota State or something like that.
Right.
Like, what? They play? They have a football team out there that's good. Like now people are going out there and playing and getting to the league out there. So it just speaks
right about that one. Yeah, the game is definitely evolved, man. It's so crazy because like so many kids, they don't even understand. Like I was going in fourth period, bro. I was going in fourth period to try to make my own film so I can get ready to mail these things out. All they gotta do is click 2 buttons.
I'm with you on that, bro. I had to go.
Ain't nobody seeing y'all.
Yeah. I had to go get film from another school team.
Right. Yes. My coach literally had to come out rival high school just so he can get the tape, so I can put it on my tape, bro. Like that's how bad it was.
Funny. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, like, look, coach, I beasted on your team, but I need you to do me a favor.
And I had to do that. I had to literally do that, man. Guess what? Shout out to Arthur Mallory, man. Coach, he used to be at Reebok High School. He gave me that VHS tape, man, to get my offer to go to JUCO. Shout out to him at Reebok.
He's like, I need you to do me a favor and get my phone when I was kicking up.
Hey, you remember that game I had 3 interceptions and 5 sacks? Can you send that to me?
No, actually, I was a quarterback then. I was a quarterback.
For real?
I had like 300 yards passing.
Oh man, I gotta that's funny. I gotta laugh at that, man, because it's like I need film of me beating your behind real quick so I can go to.
But, hey, that's not even the worst part though. Just imagine being in this seat though. Like I literally, while I was at Coastal, like when I got to Coastal, it was a second scholarship class, so like nothing was really developed. So like our weight room was probably the same size as my facility that I got right now, and it's only 1,200 square feet. You can only have 12 people in there at a time. So we got a full field house, but like our film was so terrible. Like literally, the agent that I had, they told him, "Hey man, we really can't see what he's doing with his hands. Like we don't know. I see he getting free. I see he made a tackle, but what did he do? We can't see it. Like they only had one view, and that was at the top of the press box. So like I'm literally getting knocked on because I ain't got good film. I'm like, man, this is bull crap. But you know, at the end of the day, the journey is what we all went through for our experience to give it away. But hey, I would tell any kid, man, hire your mama to pay your. Make sure you get some good film all the way through, so you can separate that, Jay.
Right. You know what? You know that's all fine and good, man. That's cool, man. Because you know it's just like you know these kids, they got to understand how lucky they got it, you know, and you know they got these resources that they can lean on to help themselves, you know, competing. Like you know, like even tonight, I can talk to you guys from like thousands of miles away, and like you know, like. You know, we can talk about our respective businesses and our respective teams and our respective platforms right now, you know what I'm saying, from the comforts of our own homes and facility. Right. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I'm gonna talk about our showcase real quick. We got our RecruitNation showcase on this weekend, this Sunday. You know, we're excited about it. We're excited to be in Jacksonville, Florida. We're excited to see.
We're happy about that.
We're excited to see the talent that is going to be in the area. And, you know, we have some college coaches that are going to be there. You know, we have Edward Waters is going to be there, LaGrange, Ava Maria, Southeastern ASA, Miami, Florida, Memorial, St. Thomas, Kaiser, Warner, Weber. And we're going to have some other special guests and other coaches that probably come through. And it's going to be live streamed and a whole bunch of other fun stuff that's going to be on there too. That we can't wait to see. We can't wait to have you guys down there. Coach, not only that, you know, we'd love it if some of your guys, you know, would come through, you know, show up, just, you know, let them know that we're going to be in the area. And this ain't the last time we're going to be in the area. We'll probably be in that area a few times this year. Absolutely. And we'd love to have, you know, your guys there, your 7-on-7 guys, maybe in and some of your high school guys. We like to have them there too. You know, so you know if they want to be seen, test out, because you know, not everybody likes a good testing. And like some good competition and stuff like that. So, you know, we're gonna have speed clinic and we're gonna have fastest guy there. So, you know, we have fastest guy. There's gonna be some bragging rights to take home and stuff like that, and a lot of good stuff going on there too. So
right. We're excited about that, man.
Yeah. So I know we took up a lot of your time tonight, Coach. But like I said, we thank you.
I'm enjoying.
No, it was good chatting with you, Coach, man. It was like you one of my boys. I just met you, man. I feel like I've known you for a long time, but you know, I think this is going to be the start of a real good friendship. You know, I'm going to make my way. Coach Mason's back in. I'm going to let him back in.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. You know, I'm gonna. It's like, you know, I was telling Coach Nesmith. I was like, man, I feel like I've been talking to you guys for, you know, a little over an hour, but I felt like I known you guys for years, man. So I know when I come down to Jacksonville, man, I'm gonna look y'all up. You know,
hey man, listen, man. When you come down here, man, Let me take you to get some good food, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to tell you now.
Man, I'm always down for the food. Listen, man. I'm a northern guy. But I'm a southern boy at heart, man. All my people are from Florida and Georgia, man. My grandparents are from a one traffic light town in Dublin, Georgia. Wrightsville, Georgia. It's the home of Herschel Walker. He's a relative, so you know. I know, you know, the rest of my people.
I'm gonna say this though. You know what I'm saying? Florida might be good with that smoked food, but when it comes to barbecuing and cookout, you know what I'm saying? North Carolina might originate that thing. North Carolina originated that thing.
He ain't lying.
Hey, listen. My mom's family, they South in North Carolina, and so I know.
Hey,
like
them boys
they got that.
them boys like that white barbecue sauce, man.
No, yellow, man. Like gold. That thing golden.
What you know about that, Ryan?
That thing golden. That's that gold sauce. That's that stuff that make it golden.
They got a little bit of that. They got a little bit of that Geechee in them, man. That Geechee.
We use a little mustard base on everything. You know what I'm
saying? Listen, man. I go down there. I feel at home, man. I feel at home in the South, man. Like I come back, man. I go to Florida. I'm like, I'm back, man. I'm down here. And I'm good, man. You know, it take me about a day or two to get acclimated to the heat, but I'll be great.
We're going to put you on the crowd wall, man. We're going to put you on the crowd wall when you get down here.
Man, listen,
I'm addicted to that, man.
You ain't got to tell me. Listen, tell me where it is. Tell me where
I'm scared to spoil my kids on that, because that ain't going to get expensive.
Hey, man, listen.
I got 2 boys, boy. Look, I'm like, man, listen, and both of them jokers big, so I'm like, I can't put them on there right now. I'm going to kick them on chicken wings for a while. We're going to stay on wings.
Listen,
when
tell
you
me.
When you come down, man, let me know you come down. I got you, man.
Man. Tell me where it is, and I'm there, man.
It's gonna be at the crib. So
I can't say it on YouTube, but I'm gonna bring some. I'll bring some adult stuff.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
I get you there. I'm working on my golf course partnership, so you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get you on the golf course in the Stogie, and I got you.
Listen. I got my. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
They drink a lot. Hey, they drink a lot of beer on that golf course, boy.
Man, I be trying not to, man. I'm scared of a beer belly.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, you got to get me out there on that golf course, though. Seriously.
Hold on, Coach.
Yeah.
Man. You ready to go?
Oh, he's fishing. I ain't got to fish.
You ready to go?
I just ordered my fish fry club.
Let's get out here.
I got a junior bag.
Shoot. I'm ready. You ain't said nothing but a word, Coach. I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir. Look, I'm working on my back muscles right now. I've been trying to loosen them up, man. That ain't different.
I can't wait till it get warm up here, man. I'm out there on them courses again.
Coach. My turn. It was like, what it was out there this weekend, Ronnie? About 80,
81, 82. Yeah, it was
that's the thing about living down there, man. I golf all year long.
Today it was probably like 82 as well, and it rained this morning.
Man. Oh man, y'all! I'm saying y'all lucky down there, man. Y'all can hit them links, man, and get out there. Man.
It'd be hard to go back to North Carolina unless I got property somewhere that somebody gave me. But I ain't going nowhere. I deep fried my first turkey, and I was in a tank top for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Can't beat.
Oh man, see now y'all gonna make me come on down there, man.
Real estate is big, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, man. Depending on how we do this year, these showcases, man, I might give me a little check, give me a little.
Get you an Airbnb condo down here. You be all right.
Give me a little shack.
Man.
Give me a little shack down there, man.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, take her to the beach, man. Let them go to the beach and hang out and relax and chill.
I don't want to do all that, man.
Listen, I'm out there once a month, man.
Yeah, you can soak up the sun, man. You been in all that cold weather up there, man.
Need it.
I just want to get my little golf game on real quick. You know, give me a little Stoke action in and talk some sports like you.
Well, we're gonna be at the Jacks Beach golf course, so you're gonna be stuck going to the beach either way. So yeah, you there.
Hey, so again, I want to say this, Anthony, man. We're doing something. We're doing the 7-on-7 tournament real soon, April 16th and 17th. We're gonna do a national state invite. If you win the tournament. We're gonna do some big things. I had a tournament this past weekend here, man, in Jacksonville. And Ronnie was a part of it, man. Ronnie's a big part of the city, man, with what he's doing in training. And make sure you guys check him out. But and with the training and all he does. But we're doing the 7-on-7 circuit. I'm here on April 17th, 16th, 17th. Stay tuned for that. We brought the city out, man. We brought some great teams from all over the state of Florida, from Pensacola, Miami, Atlanta, Georgia, everywhere, man. And we're trying to do it bigger and better. Please stay tuned to all that information. It'll be coming out soon, man. And for y'all D linemen, man, make sure y'all get with Coach Ronnie, because he the real deal. He the real deal, and I stamp that.
Yeah. So before we get off, Coach Ronnie, you got some stuff you want to elaborate on?
Well, for starters, man, I appreciate this, and honestly, like I told you, I think this is big to me, because when I have a kid that I've trained and I've seen the progress and I know he's capable and he has all the size and the measurables, and really and truly he just wasn't given a fair chance because he might have been the strongest, or he just got stuck in a position because his team needed him. But the recruiting side is my soft spot right now. Like, if I have a dude that I know that's capable and he don't get the opportunity, and I see some of the guys that are, or I see some of the spaces that are available. Granted, COVID messed up a lot this year for the last year and a half. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't go to these camps, but like this recruiting platform, and those are the connections that I strive for next, because I want to make sure I'm putting grade A product out here, but at the same sense, I know some of these kids just deserve it, and they're not aggressive enough to go out here and sell themselves like I was sending my film out to 20 schools every Friday because my grandma went and bought me stamps. They're not that aggressive. They don't believe in themselves like that, or they just don't have somebody supporting them like that. So like me being that support or being that resource for them, like that's my next go-to. And really and truly, man, I just want all these kids to understand, like, when a coach is telling you something, bro, don't take it personal, make it personal. Like, if he say something to you and you just took it to heart and then you ready to quit, or you be like, he don't really like me like that, bro, don't take that jank personal. Make it personal. Show him what you're capable of. Show this dude across from you what you built like, and just continue to make plays, man. I think everything else will take care of itself.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen, that's I'm just like, what I'm gonna say on the hold on real quick. I'm just fix this. I'm getting feedback. So what I wanted to say for both of you guys is that, like, I just like to see two young black men just what your business is, and you're out here just being positive role models. You know what I'm saying? I'm very proud of you gentlemen, and I love what you guys are doing and what you guys represent, man. It was just good talking to you. You guys have like great heads on your shoulders, and I just see a lot of success for both of you and whatever you do. And I just want to tell you kids, if they're listening, if they're watching, if the parents are watching, like, these are two great men that are really good mentors for your kids. And if they have a program out there that is for your kids, you should really consider having your kids work with them, because if I'm a parent, I have daughters, but if if I have sons and they play football, if my one daughter wants to play football or something like that, I'll send it to them. I'll send them to them. But with that being said, man, I just want to see you guys, your kids and stuff like that. I like, have my showcase. We would love to have y'all, and we can't wait to see y'all this weekend.
Plug. Hey, Duval, make sure y'all come out. University, man, March this Saturday, man. It's going down. And we appreciate the love, Anthony, man. And this is the beginning of it all, man. And we appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Make sure. Hey, I'm doing an O-line, D-line camp first week of April. It might be the second week of April with Leon Searcy, working on location, but follow TSD Athletes. We got you.
Nice. So with that being said, just stay on when we after we log off, and I'm gonna talk to you about some other things. So with that being said, this is RecruitNation Sports, the Coaching Roundtable. This volume 1 with Coach Mason and Coach Nesmith. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us. Peace and love, guys. We'll talk to you later.